Hey guys, Fire here from InDepth Gaming, bringing you another achievement guide. This time we're checking out 4 Kings of Video Poker. This game was developed and published by Digital Leisure and releases on June 9th, 2021 for a price of $5. So let's do a quick overview of the achievements that you need to unlock for this game, and then I'll give you kind of some tips and tricks on how I did it to help maybe speed you up in the process of getting your full 1000. So overall in the game, you will need to win a total of 200 hands, play a total of 500 hands, and in the process you have to lose 5 hands in a row, run out of your initial stack of chips, win with keeping your original hand, get a 4 of a kind or better, get a 3 of a kind with aces, and then you also need to get a full house. Now, fortunately enough, this game does have stat tracking, so this is after doing 500 hands on my account. You can see I won 207, and out of the 207, I managed to get the full house one time, and a 4 of a kind or better twice, as well as I got multiple 3 of a kinds, so you just need to achieve a 3 of a kind with your aces. So when you first dive into the game, you're going to be given 50,000 total chips. It does not matter what your bet amount or increments are, but you are going to need to run out of chips at least once. So I'm going to recommend you just knock this out right away, as it'll just help ensure time, because if you end up winning a 50,000 chip hand or 800,000 chip royal flush, it's going to be kind of a pain in the butt. So once you start into the game, you're going to place your bet and then make sure you don't have really any pairs. The way you win a hand in video poker is if you get a pair that's jacks or better, so jack, queen, king, or ace, or 2 pair, 3 of a kind, straight, flush, full house, and so on. So if you get a hand like we have dealt here, just go ahead and click on every single card and then place your bet. So you deal again, and the reason you do the max bet is so you lose 1,000 chips and can start another hand. Now, sometimes you're just going to end up winning, or sometimes you might not keep anything and you just want to redraw, and the luck of the draw is going to end up giving you a win. You know, when that happens, unfortunately, you're just going to be building up more chips, but it is going to help you progress toward those 100 and 200 point hands. Now, as far as getting your wins and kind of speeding through hands quickly, if you want to try to knock out your wins, my best strategy is when you're dealt your initial 5 set of cards, if you don't have a jacks or better hand, just take whatever face card you have and then deal yourself again. Because anything that's not jacks or better is not going to get you a win, so keeping a pair of 6s, although it seems like a good idea on paper, really isn't good because it means you're only going to get 3 cards for a chance at that 6 versus keeping like 1 jack, for example, and 4 cards that could pair with the jack. So I could keep these 2 10s here and hope to get a third 10, but that means there's only 3 cards that could help me, whereas I could keep this jack and I get 4 new cards to better increase my chances of being able to find a pairing card with this jack. Now, it's not going to be too hard for you to really knock out this full 1K. The main thing is the kind of random chances at trying to get the 4 of a kind or better and the full house. My best advice is if you're going for the full house, always take whatever pair that you can get, as that's going to be your best chance when it redeals if you're not just initially dealt a hand to get the full pair. You know, you'll kind of just have to sit with that. As well as when you're trying to get the 3 aces, just always keep aces no matter what, even when you're trying to get your initial wins and stuff if you don't have the 3 of a kind, as it's going to help increase your odds of getting those 3 aces, because there's only 4 of each card in the whole deck, so you have to find 3 of the 4 aces in your 10 cards you're dealt, and the odds in getting that aren't that easy. So out of the 500 hands I did, I think I ended up pulling that hand roughly about 3 times, but you know, that could be higher than normal or lower than normal. Once you do run out of those initial 50,000 chips that we did mention, though, the game will just kick you another 50,000 chips, and you can just keep going. Outside of that, though, it'll probably take you roughly about an hour and a half to 2 hours to get the full 1,000 and burn through this. Once you've gotten enough of your like specific hands, such as your full house and 4 of a kind and 3 aces, you can simply just mash through and just idle the game by hitting the A button. If you still need to get your wins, like I said, just try to pair those face value cards, and it won't be too difficult for you at all. Hopefully these tips and tricks will help lead you to getting that full 1,000. If you have any questions or are stuck on anything, let us know down in the comments below. As always, I hope you guys have a great day. Please consider subscribing if you haven't, and we'll catch you next time.